Welcome to Flamp Flamp Sports. My name is Richard Harris, and let's talk sports. Welcome to Flamp Flamp Sports. My name is Richard Harris. It's a sad day here in Los Angeles as the Los Angeles Clippers let us down again. I pick weird teams, I guess, in my life to follow because I find the one common denominator in these teams. And that common denominator in all these teams is every single one of them has a transcendent player that makes me rush to the television to watch them. I was a Yankee fan first because they had Reggie Jackson. Then they traded Reggie Jackson. Then I became a Met fan because they had Darryl Strawberry. Knicks had Bernard King. The G-Man had Lawrence Taylor, etc., etc. The Bulls had Michael Jordan. Toronto, then the Nets had Vince Carter. I love these players that make me sit at home and go nuts. Duke. I like Christian Laettner, one of the few people. But what gets under my skin more than anything is that when you have transcendent players and they don't deliver. Every name I mentioned, with the exception of Vince Carter, won a championship. Reggie, Darryl, Michael, Christian Laettner, Reggie Bush. Yeah, they're all bad guys too. Won championship. All of them had excessive baggage except for Michael gambled, but whatever. But the point is, that's why I like these teams. Blake Griffin is that guy for me for the Clippers. From the very first time I saw him play in the pros, I was first shocked that he was the first pick in the draft because I saw him in college and he wasn't anything in college. He was no better than any person I'd ever seen. But when they got Chris Paul and Heat together, and DeAndre, and JJ, I thought this was a core of players that could win a championship. Because you had the point guard that could shoot, you had the shooting guard that was short, but he was a track star, so he could run around and hit shots off the curl and off the picks. DeAndre and Blake, Skywalkers, dunking on people, etc., etc. And then this season happened. Get off to a 14-2 start. Blake goes down. Chris Paul goes down. Carmelo Anthony becomes available. And Doc Rivers comes out and says, I like this team. I love this team. I don't want to do nothing to it. While the world is saying, go get a three. You need a three to cover Durant. You need a three to cover Kawhi Leonard. Hayward from Utah. But Doc said, now, I like my guys. Luke, going to be first team on defense. We'll be good. And now, for the last 5 seasons, the Clippers have had leads in series and are going home. And the reason why they're going home, and I hate saying this because I love Doc Rivers. I freaking love Doc Rivers. But he got to go. He does not know how to win with this talent he has. When he had Rondo, Garnett, Pierce, Ray Allen, Perkins in Boston, they all had roles. They didn't care who got the last shot because Rondo showed you this postseason why he is the real deal when the games matter. He gets the ball to the right guy in the right spot. And in fact, Doc Rivers even says to this date that he believes that the Celtics could have won 3 championships in a row if Perkins doesn't get hurt in game, was it 5 in the second time the rematch with the Lakers. It is hard to understand why this guy can't devise an offense that makes Blake unstoppable. Doesn't understand why, with all this tape of the Utah Jazz teams, and those teams never won because they ran into Michael Jordan, of course. But they were good enough to win. And as I lie here coughing my mucus brain out, it breaks my heart to say it, but Doc's got to go. Your son, yeah, he's an NBA player, but he's not good enough to be given the responsibilities that you've given him. For Chris Paul to be ineffective in a Game 7 is shocking because we all say he's the best leader in the game. Well, he didn't lead very well today. For DeAndre Jordan to be your leading scorer, go 24 and 20 like he was supposed to, because Gobert is hurt. For J.J. Redick, did he even show up today? Did he put a uniform on? I don't get it. And what happened to me, I think, is just Doc Rivers has fallen in love with this team to the point where he can't see the forest through the trees. They're not going to break up this team. Steve Ballmer already said he's got them pockets deep. So he will pay Blake, he will pay Redick, and he will pay Chris Paul to keep them all together this offseason and try to find that 3. Paul Pierce is a warrior. He's a baller. He is a great man. But his last 2 years with the Clippers were wasted because he wasn't utilized. He didn't play, and he was ineffective. Wesley Johnson. You're not going to use Wesley Johnson to try to stop Hayward. Brandon Bass. You got all these players on the bench who are all the same people. And you did nothing. And now you go home. Now we endure 24, 48 hours of listening to what's next. And the sad reality is, Doc's got to go. You can't be happy with this season. You can't be happy with the fact that you had won some crazy 9 straight games against Utah. And then all of a sudden you get to the playoffs and you lose. You won the season series against Utah. You get them in the playoffs and you lose. You can't blame injuries. They were injured. You still have better players. Take this loss hard because the Clippers and the Angels are the same thing. The only difference is the Angels won a World Series. The Angels hold on to Mike Scioscia because they don't think it's his fault. Because they think these injuries to these pitchers and they don't seem to have enough tools. And having the best player in game and a future Hall of Famer batting behind him should be enough to win something. And the reality is they don't have enough pitching. And right now they're starting to lose people. People getting hurt. The Clippers have this golden opportunity the last 5 years to take over LA. With the Lakers falling apart, with the Lakers, losing Kobe, going through all the turmoil. This was their time. And the fact that now they're even thinking of getting their own stadium somewhere, no one's going to follow the Clippers out of the Staples Center, especially if they keep having all these disappointments. Golden State's not getting any older or not getting any worse. They're getting better. The West is getting better. It's time to shake it up, LA. That's just one man's opinion.